what exactly is 60/40? So that means to say that the office-like users can still qualify by making sure that they use more than 60% for industrial use and less than 40% for office use.
Hello everyone,
I'm Edith.
I'm Sharon. We are from PropertyBank.
Today we will be here to explore with you the different types of industrial properties in Singapore. If you're curious about the types of industrial properties that contribute to our dynamic landscape of Singapore's economy, you've come to the right place. Let's get started. Why don't we take this chance to understand what exactly are industrial properties? So industrial properties are for the functions of production, manufacturing, and for such back-end operations, even including some of the bank with the back-end IT support.
These properties are crucial to Singapore economy, providing the backbone for various industries to thrive in day-to-day business.
And let's jump in. By understanding what are the types of industrial properties in Singapore, we can first start to understand our master plan. And Singapore is definitely one of the best urban planners in the world.
You can see that it's very colorful. Orange is residential, blue is commercial, and now let's come to the industrial, which you will see the shades of color. There is light purple and the dark purple. They are both industrial. Light purple is B1, which stands for light industrial, and dark purple is B2, which stands for general and heavy industrial. And you will see another blue, peacock blue. Don't be confused with the blue. There's commercial use. The shade is different. The peacock blue stands for business park usage.
And besides just the shade of the colors that kind of, make it a little bit more interesting for industrial, you also see this bracket W, which stands for white. So if you see sometimes B1 with a bracket W, B2 with a bracket W, or even BP, which is business park with bracket W, that stands for, in fact, possible for commercial use. So that's where you see your grocery shop, your cafe, your other kinds of even supermarket, such as you see in the Changi Business Park. You see plenty. It's almost like a shopping mall, but do not be confused. That's because there's the white use, and the main purpose is to serve the workforce in that location. Next up, let's understand the industrial properties by their types.
For light industrial parks, you will see a mix of office-like spaces and light industrial operation. They are designed and accommodate to a wide range of businesses, from startup to logistic companies. Such location can be found in Lower Ubi, Henderson, Bukit Batok.
The word office-like doesn't mean that they are totally office. So remember what Sharon has mentioned about the master plan zoning. So who governs?
It is URA.
Yeah, so the other so-called regulation that you have to take note of, which is very commonly spoken by the business community, is 60/40. So what exactly is 60/40? So that means to say that the office-like users can still qualify by making sure that they use more than 60% for industrial use and less than 40% for office use. So industrial use will include like IT, include like storage, include like packing, light assembly. So these are classified under industrial. When it comes to office, it's like your receptionist, your meeting room area, that will be parked under the 40%, and including finance and HR. Those are purely office function.
Which means the enrichment centers, churches, commercial schools, maid agency, etc. are not permitted to be on industrial sites.
If URA runs a check, these companies can get into trouble. They define it as high as up to 200,000. So if you're not certain, please check with us. We're just a WhatsApp call away, or leave your comments in the comment section below. Yeah, we will get back to you. Yeah. So next up, we have the factory and warehouse space. That's where your shoes come from, your fashion goods come from, like your e-commerce. So primarily you can see them on JTC land. So these properties cater to businesses with larger spaces, like for manufacturing, production, and even for warehouse use. So various configuration are required, and including power, loading, so on and so forth. So that's usually perfect for the operation needs.
For those on the JTC land, there are a number of conditions to adhere. If you are looking to rent, you need to submit NEA, which is National Environment Agency's approval, and then you also need to seek JTC's approval for the subletting. If you're looking to buy, there are quite a process. The vendor will, although they approve the sale, the buyer will need to submit a business plan to JTC to fit into the operations. For example, if they are dealing with marine, they will need a waterfront site. JTC will only approve for those companies that make use of the waterfront. It's not that you like the feng shui, you prefer a waterfront,
Yes.
then you can be allowed to purchase waterfront properties. And you are doing a waste recycling properties operations, right? You will not be allowed to have factory near to the canteen or even a workers' dormitory. That will cause pollution to the staff.
And in fact, we can produce another YouTube for that because it is definitely very complex. Next up, we have Business Park and Science Park. These properties are equipped with advanced infrastructure, meaning to say that it is almost like planning a mini master plan. You can see in Changi Business Park, also Jurong International Business Park, as well as in the Science Park and also the One North location. So they are ideal for industry which requires cutting-edge facilities. So oftentimes they also be surrounded with large greens and modern amenities. So these parks actually foster a conducive environment for both work and play. And in One North, you can even see service apartments in that location. So these are what I would call the next gen workspaces. And of course, finally, you will also see Punggol District Park in the near future, how the master planning of such business park, science park-like environment is being very conducive for the innovation and research. So in fact, in the ecosystem itself, you'll find the tech companies, the startups, and in fact, very mature startups like Grab is also having a whole building within the environment.
And for light industrial, we have factories and also ramp-up factories that actually allows them to ramp up all the way to the units, and there are multi-story building that make use of the cargo lift to transport the cargoes. So all this will actually offer a business that's actually more compact spaces, which will provide all the essential amenities and services for your business operations.
In fact, there is also a very customized group of properties, which is food factories, data centers. So for food factories, we know that there are certain buildings that's just built slated for food factory use. Those will need AVA licensing and of course NEA as well. So these are very specialized group of properties. And for data center, do you know that Singapore has also got a data center park? Yeah, and not only that, there are also data centers that are springing in different parts of Singapore, but very customized location, and these are very handpicked. The due diligence is very thorough, and we have done it. So not just one, but quite a handful of data centers. So these are really very specialized. So that sums it all up.
And there you have it, a glimpse into the diverse area of industrial properties in Singapore. Every type caters to specific business needs, contributing to Singapore's economic growth and prosperity. Whenever you are a startup, a manufacturer, or a research-oriented company, there's a perfect industrial properties for you.
And thank you for joining us today as we explore the fascinating world of industrial properties. And if you have found this video useful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss any of our episodes. And until the next time, I'm Edith.
I'm Sharon.
And remember to click 8333 1338 because we are just a WhatsApp away. Yeah, so we are signing off. Property Bank. Stay connected, stay informed.